Ooh, what the heck? What? There we go. Hey, I was like, why don't come down? I don't know. It don't come down. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully y'all doing better than I'm doing. I've had a rough day, but I'm here. We made it. Let's go. We in the building. Still Knicks fans is here. NBA report. Ron, John, Jose is somewhere in the background somewhere.
What's going on, Ron?
I'm chilling, man. What's going on, guys? Hopefully y'all doing okay. It's another Thursday. We got Thursday night football. We got some limited NBA schedule tonight. There's not a lot of games going on.
Right.
But this is an interesting week because we had no games going on Tuesday, election day, and then we had everybody playing on Monday. So this has been a really interesting week for the NBA.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know, they have to make room for things that are important in life, right? Like politics.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. Let's make sure everybody's home to vote. And you know what? Look, honestly, voting is important, especially for certain elections. And this is one of those very important elections. So, it makes sense to go out there and do your civic duty and also have your voice be heard. So if you did, great. If you didn't and you're going to next year or you were contemplating it, but you didn't get a chance to, there's love for you too. So you'll be able to do it eventually. So, yeah.
Such a patriot.
Great, man. Yeah. So just giving you guys something we never do here. Just giving you guys a quick update, just so you kind of have an idea of what's going on right now. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 5 games on tap today. So Dallas versus Washington. Dallas is up 61-58 at the half. You got Philadelphia versus Atlanta. Atlanta's up 33-24 with 9 minutes left, a little over 9 minutes left in the second quarter. You've got Miami versus Charlotte, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Miami's up 34-30. And then you've got a game that just basically started, New Orleans Pelicans versus the Portland Trailblazers.
That's a good one.
8-2, New Orleans is up in the first quarter. 9 minutes left in the first. So, yeah. That's pretty much what's happening early. And, like I said, it's a limited schedule tonight, only 5 games. But, hey, it's still NBA
Thank you
basketball.
all for joining. We are out of here.
Yeah. Take care. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. JJ's in the building. See you. Chef NYK, what's good? I haven't seen you in the chat in a minute, man. I know you've been busy. D Block is in the building. What's going on? Appreciate you. Cormeg is in the building. What's good, bro?
Peace.
The Ron Wayne is here. Stream Elements, our newest member, always around. Stream Elements, appreciate you.
And the bot is running.
The bot is running. Wonder Woman is in the building. Salute to you.
Salute.
Appreciate you guys, and thanks for everybody else who just maybe tuned in watching. We appreciate you guys. So first off, let me just say that I am kind of excited for this what do you call this new look of these NBA jerseys that we have here.
Or the New City jerseys or something like that.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Not bad. Let me see here. I'm gonna see if I can put it up for you guys. Don't get mad at me. I didn't have enough time to really kind of make it look nice for you guys. But the point is you'll be able to see them all. Okay, that's the key. That's what we want. But yeah, I want to put this up so you guys can take a look. I mean, I'm sure most of you, if you're really like NBA junkies or whatever your team junkie is, you already probably seen the City Edition. But some people may not. People are busy, and can't always see everything that's going on. So let's put this up so you guys can take a look and see what it looks like. I think they look pretty cool for the most part. Yeah, some are like, "What is that?" But for the most part, they all look pretty good. Let's see. Let's add this to the mix. Um, Mm-mm-mm. There we go. It's a little slow to load. I don't know what's going on today, folks. Of course, this is
Yeah.
it's, that's what happens when it's live, guys. When it's live, nothing works the way it should work. All right, here we go. All right, let me drop this down so we can take a look at it a little better. If it ever finishes. There we go. Okay. All right. Let me blow it up. You guys take a good look at it. All right. So you've got Atlanta, you got the Celtics, you got the Brook. See, so what's weird here is like I feel like I've seen some of these before. Like the Brooklyn Nets one, I think I've seen a variation of that. I've seen something that looks exactly like that. So I don't know. Maybe they just said, listen, this is what we're going to use. You just deal with it. CLT, what do you think that stands for, John?
Collect.
I don't know who that is. I don't know what that could be. You think it's Charlotte? Maybe.
Charlotte? I think it might
Yeah,
be Charlotte.
might be Charlotte. All right. So then we got the Bulls. We got the land. The
Mhm.
land. Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah, maybe Cleveland.
Ohio.
Dallas. You got Denver. You got Detroit, and then you got the Warriors. The Warriors is very interesting. I don't. That's definitely a
What is
unique.
that though? Is that like a rose or is that like
It's a rose. I
it's a
don't know
rose?
what that has to do with the Golden State Warriors, but
Mm,
it is what it
okay.
is. Then you got Houston. This is a classic jersey, so I don't even
Yeah.
know why you call this
They're
a
the
city
only
edition.
ones going classic too.
Interesting. Then you got the Pacers. That's different. Los Angeles. This is different because of the colorway and because of the outline of the letters. It has different colors outlining them.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh, that's the Clippers.
Which was the
Oh,
Clippers?
the
Oh,
first
Los
one. The
Angeles,
second
the
one.
first
Yeah,
one.
the second one is the Lakers.
Lakers. Mhm.
Okay. Then you got Memphis. You got Miami. I think I've seen this one before too. I don't know
Mhm.
what's going on. Now this is different. I kind of like it because
Milwaukee
it's so
one.
different. The Milwaukee one is very different.
Yeah, they're away from their colors, which is interesting.
Right, right. Then you got Minnesota. That's kind of different too.
Mhm.
NOLA.
Nola.
I feel like I've seen this one too. Guys got to get a little better at this.
Mhm.
Then we got the Knicks one. This is a brand new one, even though it kind of it plays off of other similar jerseys that they've had, similar styles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is like last year's one, which I used to call the Halloween one because it's black and orange, and they just added some blue in it, and then outlined the lettering. Okay, you got the Thunder with a little color on the sides. Orlando, I don't even know what the point of this is. I mean,
it's
just what is this?
just a navy blue
I'm like, all right. This one threw me for a loop.
PDX.
PDX, what is that?
And that ain't
Is that
Phoenix.
Portland?
That's Portland? Could be.
It could be Portland because of that stripe. You know what I mean? Because their uniforms have that stripe, but it's just red and black or whatever it is. Interesting. And then you got, I don't know what the hell is that.
Brotherly Love.
Oh, that's Philly. That's unique. I think this is Phoenix. This one is weird because that don't look nothing like it. Don't even give me Phoenix vibes, but it's Phoenix.
Right.
Sacramento is pretty cool, but I think I've seen that one too.
Yeah. I like those colors though, by the way. That's
yeah, they're not bad. The Spurs one, I think I've seen this one too. Toronto, I think I've seen this one. And then the Wizards one, I don't think I've seen a pink Wizards jersey. And it's somewhat
it's got
because
a
of that, I
feel to it though.
Yeah, I kind of like it because it's so different. Yeah,
I'm with you.
So yeah, so that's it, guys. That's what the new City Edition jerseys are for this year. Like I said, some of them I think look pretty cool. Some of them we've seen before, and then some of them are like, eh. But for the most part, I think they did a pretty good job. I don't know what you guys think in the chat. Charlotte. Okay, yeah. So Cormega agrees is Charlotte. Portland is the one we didn't. He said that one's is that a tribute to women? You think the Washington one is, or which one? And yeah, the PDX one apparently, I think that everybody's saying that that's Portland.
That's
Okay.
Portland, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Nice. All right, now you get up out of here. Okay, back to us. Anyway, so yeah, guys, just wanted to put that up real quick and get your takes on it. I think the Nick one, being that we're Nick fans, I think the Nick one looks pretty cool. It's just like it's not that different from what you saw last year. They just added some blue to it on the sides, but it's not bad.
Right.
I've seen worse.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
you've definitely seen worse.
yeah.
I
Shout
just
out,
feel like they could have added some white to that, like a little bit of
right?
like in between, separate the orange and blue.
And you know what? Not for nothing, I really wanted them to bring the old orange one back that they
Right.
used to rock when Mello was here.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't be mad even if they said we don't want to do the same thing. Maybe we'll bring back a different orange version with blue letters and white
I wouldn't be
outline or
mad at
something.
that.
That would be pretty dope.
They
Come on,
just,
guys. Come on, Knicks.
word. Where's the
uh,
fashion police?
yeah, you know what I mean. Come on, man. I think what's his name? Who's over there? This dude.
Steve
Uh,
Stout?
Steve
Talking about?
Stout. I was about to
But
say
he's not
Scott
doing the
Storch.
fashion, right?
I thought he was all things like appearance wise. I thought he
All
was the
things
Diddy of the
merchandise.
Knicks.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, I thought he was everything when it comes to. I'm
He
not
could
sure.
be. He could be. I don't know if he is though.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out. I got to do my research. Shout out to Deron Wayne, Geraldine McIver, Wesley
Salute.
Robinson
Salute.
in the building.
Salute.
First lady of Still Nick fans and the whole New York Nick community. Appreciate you,
Word.
Geraldine. Shot Powers in the building. Salute.
Salute. Salute.
What's going on? Sergeant 59 is here.
Appreciate you.
Mr. D Flat is here. I wonder if you play an instrument, Mr. D Flat, because you know what
Mm.
that definitely sounds like you're into music. All
Or
right,
tires.
cool. Or tires, right? Yeah, that definitely could be it. Sorry, my bad. If you're into tires, yo, let me know. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on around the league with the current standings. We'll take a look at the Eastern Conference first, and then we'll head over to the West and see what they got cooking. Let's get this up on the screen, and we'll blow it up for you guys to make it as palatable as possible.
Shout out to Jose. Appreciate you, man.
Okay, how's that? I have to scroll down a little bit, but we'll get there. All right, so let's put this up. Boom, get this out of here. Mango. All right. So this is what we're looking at right now, folks. This is the current NBA standings. And as you can see, Milwaukee is still cooking with some high octane gas over here, folks. They've only lost one time. And I was kind of shocked that they lost. But like 10-1, man, really getting off to a fantastic start. Yeah.
Very good start.
And listen, as we talked about last week, Cleveland right there, still 8-3.
Right.
Look at Boston. Look at how quickly Boston has kind of won 4 in a row. Look at them, 8-3.
So it takes a nice run, but again, you have to be good defensively in order to have those runs. We are where we are. We're a middle pack team. It's always the middle to back end.
Very true. And the interesting thing is Boston's very good at going on runs. If you notice, every single season they have spans where they go on nice runs.
It's a talented roster.
That it is. And so I think they're the only team that really, if I'm taking a look in the Charlotte. Oh boy. Wow. Go figure. Put your finger on that one, John. How do you call it?
They're going to need a lot of help this year. It doesn't seem like it seems like the Bridges loss and LaMelo not being available to them is,
it's
sort
huge
of where
for
they're
them.
at.
Yeah.
It's huge for them, for that team. Those are two big losses. LaMelo, they'll get at some time this year. I don't know. Has he started with them yet? Not yet, right? I think he's still out. Yeah. Or did he play the last game?
I thought it. No, he hasn't. Yeah, it's been tough. I felt like he played maybe the first game of the season or something, but I could be wrong. Hmm,
Right.
so much time has passed now.
The
It's
surprise team, though, right now for me, when looking at the standings, and I think they'll put it together, is Miami, and Brooklyn's going to get theirs at some point. They just, you know, I don't know. They may be better off without having Kyrie playing with that first unit for now, because it's really, the team played really well against our team.
mm-hmm.
We played horrible, um, but they were able to move the ball on us and get open shots, of course. And we'll speak on that later in later today.
Good.
um,
Do we have to?
we're gonna have to. Yeah, we owe it to our fellow Nick fans to talk about what's
I
happened.
shouldn't even wore Nick colors today. That's
Right?
how
We
upset I
well,
am. I'm
listen.
so upset.
At least I
Okay,
got
all
the
right.
dark black.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
I got
and
the samba
really,
black on.
really, I should have did with another different type of colorway or something. So you could have had the dark black, and I had the blue, but it could have been black and blue because that's what we are. We beat
Right?
up, man. We beat
Beat
up.
up. But yeah, I
Shout
mean,
out.
I think, I mean, well, who's saying that? I think that's JJ and Andrew Wilson, right? Shout outs to you guys. Brooklyn and Miami, they definitely two of those teams that will get back into good graces this year. Philly as well. They have the talent. They just got to get healthy, and then you know, uh, mid-season runs, you can expect those teams to start rising up in the standings. So I mean, I'm expecting that to see that. If it doesn't happen, I'll be clearly surprised.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Now, this is
It's early.
just early NBA stuff. This like if you watch the NBA for a good amount of years, you know that this is all gonna flesh itself out. Month from now, you know who's going to be the top 5 teams or top 6 teams in the East, and who's going to be the top 6 in the West. It's like it's always the same cast of characters. Now, I will say,
New York,
um,
number one, right? No,
um,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah, I
no,
don't think that was who I was thinking, John.
no. Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad.
But I will say I do think that a new team that will be in that top 6 that maybe team people didn't predict, or maybe you might have said they could be 6, but I think they'll be a lot higher. Is Cleveland? I think
Yeah,
Cleveland
yeah, yeah.
is going to be pretty good.
That's without a doubt.
Um,
At least for
and
this year, they started off really, really well. So,
the other thing
barring
is,
injury, though, right? Everything
well,
is
yeah,
barring injury.
injury is it's all about injury. You got to have your health, right? But what's interesting too? I kind of think that because PJ Tucker wasn't he with Miami the year before? Right? And
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, I think the loss of PJ Tucker hurts Miami on the
affects them
defensive side.
defensively. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I would
I think
agree.
it does. And in turn, it should really help Philadelphia, but Philadelphia just needs their players to be healthy. They got to
They
get
just
their
all got to get
stars.
back. Yeah, the
Yeah,
stars are out. So
yeah,
the guys who they rely on to put up, the scoring punch, those guys are out. And not to mention, I mean, for Embiid, he does a little bit of everything. So he that's an MVP type player candidate potential every year. So you get a guy back like that who can do a lot on the court, can change the dynamic of that team, real quick.
agreed. So when you take a look at everything going on, uh, I think that the only thing that I would say, so John has his team to watch. I would say that my team to watch out for um, is probably Washington. For whatever reason, I just feel like they're still figuring out who they got over there. But I
Right.
think healthy, that team has a lot of interesting pieces.
Mm.
And you have it now. The other thing is, hopefully Bradley Beal is just kind of starting off slow. I don't know, but because it hasn't really looked like Bradley Beal that we've seen in the past. I mean, he still looks good for any NBA player. He's a good one, but he
Yeah.
hasn't looked like Bradley Beal.
Right.
So
It's almost took a little bit of a regression from his, the days when he was scoring, high 20s. But again, it's all depending on his health and what's the system that they're running. Is he getting the
right,
same kind of touches and shots up? I don't know. I don't follow Washington that often. I'm like, I have to see the highlights, maybe read a report or two, but it's hard to catch, anything from the Wizards.
It's not. That's not far fetched. That's true. And then they're just so they're a wild card, man. But
Hmm.
I just feel like if they just get their little rhythm going and guys start to play in the comfort zone, they because they got a lot of talent over there. Even like a kid like Hachimura, who's
Hmm.
so talented, but for whatever reason, he doesn't always put it all together. He can have a good night, then he has a subpar night. And I know he also battles injuries a lot too. That's the
Right,
problem. What the Wizards just got a lot of injury prone guys over there.
right.
Oh,
No
and
one who
another
could
guy.
play it. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say another guy who doesn't always step up too, but also he has the talent to do some nice things on a given night is Kyle Kuzma.
Hmm.
As soon as you think Kyle Kuzma is going to do something, that's when he doesn't do it. Like
It's
you can
weird,
see
right?
him, right? He go off. Then you're like, oh wow, okay, Kuzma's really good. Then you watching it.
And he
That's
had
it.
a really good end of last season,
Yes.
right? He finished the season off really strong. You expected him to come into this season, sort of, giving them a 1, 2, 3 punch with him, Beal and Porzingis, but it's not maturating for whatever reason. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see him in a Knicks jersey, but it's just weird how they can't put those three in a place to succeed right now.
He'd be a nice little fit for the Knicks. So the length, he can
Yeah,
play that
yeah,
position,
yeah.
he can score, and he's not horrible on defense. I
Right.
mean, he's not great, but he's not horrible. He's better than I think he's better than what we got at the position.
It's
To
the
be honest,
length. It's the length,
the
right? We
length
don't
is
have that length,
correct.
right?
The length is key,
Defensively,
bro.
it's key, especially against guys like Legrand. Teams with some length to them. Toronto is going to be a big issue for us. Um, on our offensive side because for whatever reason we can't shoot over tall guards or lengthy guards and forwards.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Shout out to the chat, Jose, as John said, appreciate you, man. Oh man, look at him, such a good guy. Look at that, look at that. Oh man, we miss you too, buddy. We miss you too. Um, Cully is in the building. Salute to you, Cully. Good to see you, brother.
Salute.
And tonight, I'm gonna try to tune in for you tonight too, because I'm off tomorrow, so I should be able to listen to your guys' show at 11:30, I believe.
Nice.
So definitely check out Cully and my guy Subliminal on the Lawrence Tiz Network tonight at 11:30.
Great content
Uh,
for sure. I
yeah, so
try.
it should
I'll
be
I'll
pretty fun.
definitely catch the replay. I usually do, but by 11:30, I'm sound asleep. I'm on my third dream.
I hear you. Pudge Nice is in the building. Was good, Pudge. Good to see you. Andrew Wilson, as John mentioned, salute to you. Good to see you. Armino Benita is in the building. I think this is,
Appreciate you.
your first time in our chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. He said the play street ball, they rush shots, also missed a lot of free throws.
Talking about our Knicks.
Talking about our Knicks. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Yeah, I know it's bad stuff. Uh, Angel Torres in the building. Thank you for being here. And appreciate Danny Thomas is in the building. Thank you for the super
Appreciate you.
chat. Appreciate you. Thoughts on the SGA rumors? You think he's going to get moved? And what would the Knicks have to trade to obtain SGA?
Trade them all.
Hmm.
No.
Uh, I, I, Let me see, John. What do you think? What do you think about the SGA rumors? And is
Don't.
he somebody you think you want on the Knicks? And what
I
we would have
mean,
to give up?
at this point, he is playing up to par as a formidable potential all-star type player, right? But again, this is his third year or fourth year in that system. So he knows it well. He's pretty much the focal point of that offense. They play off of him. And he's got a nice cast of teammates there
Mm-hmm.
that are also very talented and could help share the ball, which gives him free reign to do what he does best, which is play, attack the basket and play his mid-range game. He
Right.
still doesn't have the best three-point shot. He may be better percentage-wise, but I think it's the way the team is orchestrated right now that's allowing him to succeed in the way he's doing. would I like him on the Knicks? Absolutely. What we would have to give up is probably a lot to get him at this point, because there isn't anyone who's of that caliber right now who's available for the taking. So
But
um,
do you think we would have to give up more than say what we would have to give up to get Donovan Mitchell, or similar?
I think it's somewhat similar, especially mid-season. Like if we're talking about before the trade deadline
Mm-hmm.
and you're looking to make a push, then yeah. I mean, no one's looking to trade him now, right? I don't expect OKC to trade him before the trade deadline. If there's any of that movement that's going to happen, it's going to happen at the trade deadline or during the break, because teams need to know where they're going to fall, whether or not they'll be in the race for a play-in or out of it completely. And by then, the Knicks may be out of it completely if we keep playing the way we've been playing. So, uh,
Agreed.
but again,
Um,
we are in seventh place. So right now, when we look at standings, it isn't all bad, right? Like we're expected to play at least 500 basketball, right? Percentage wise, and then see if we can creep up a little bit and a little bit further as the year goes on, in hopes that we get better and an opportunity to make the play-in. Um, I
yeah.
think most of them are the Knicks are projected to be somewhere around 42 to 45 wins, somewhere in there. And if they can do that, then that's great. Anything below that is a loss. And yeah, we'll see how we go.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much with what John said, Danny. I think I think I would be happy with SGA. I think if it was me personally, I would try to get SGA here, but I would also want to get one or two defensive pieces as well. Like I would be very active going into the trade deadline, or if even if you're making moves early, because I feel like this Nick roster, there's too many holes
Hmm.
in it, and defensively we're handicapped right now. Like you could see it, and the weird thing is this is pretty much the same team as last year. You maybe okay, you say you replaced Kimba with Jalen Brunson. Fournier's still here, but everybody else, same type of team. And we played pretty good defense last year. For whatever reason, this year the effort is lacking, or the intensity is lacking. I do understand that you really did replace Kimba with Brunson, because Kimba don't play. I mean, Brunson don't play no defense either. He's a little bit more active, but he's just there. He's getting
Hmm.
beat because people are shooting over him. But it is what it is. But I appreciate what he does bring on the offensive end and how he controls the game, and we need that. But we got to get some defense from somewhere. We'll get into it a little bit more, but I'm with the SGA thing, and I think we would have to give up, like what John said, especially the fact that there's no one else really on the radar for teams. So if he's out there, a lot of teams would be interested in him. So the price would be high.
All right.
Shout out to Sherwin, appreciate you. Crazy Eyes in the building, thank you. Tara Eason does look great.
Hmm.
Yeah, but Knicks ain't gonna get him. Um, Mets
Now,
Knicks
when we had
fans,
a
let's
chance to
go.
get him in the draft, it's like
Come on,
it's
man.
crazy,
Come
man.
on, guys. Chica Dog is in the building. Salute to you. Thank you. Uh, RJ did not earn his oxtail sauce over rice and peas. Yes, no, he did not. No,
He
he
did
did
not.
not. uh, you know what?
I see
Sure.
Sherwin saying 42 wins is not who's projecting it. I would say Nick fans are projecting this Knicks team to be anywhere between 42 and 45. When you talk about Vegas odds or any other probably statistical places that you want to see online, they're probably around 38 wins,
My whole
30,
thing is like
36, something
you
like that.
can't have everything you want, bro. Because me personally, I either want 44 wins or I want 28 wins. Like I want one or the other because I want a draft pick. If we're not going anywhere, just give me the draft pick.
Get me in the somewhere close to getting a top 3 draft pick, right?
Yeah,
Like
and then maybe we could use some of this capital to kind of flip some things around a little bit. I don't know.
yeah, make the odds better on our favor, right?
A little bit, a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. This whole thing is crazy. But before we get into the Knicks, we're about to touch on them in a little bit.
Are
I
we
figured
doing the West Coast as well?
we are
Okay,
exactly. We're about to go
my
take a
guy.
look at the West Coast and see what's going on with them. because I'm surprised that there's certain things were going on that I wasn't expecting. Let me blow it up for a little bit so you guys take a look, and then
Yeah, and we're
yeah,
still in the East.
yep.
We
Hold
will
on,
get to the West. Bam!
scrolling.
There we go.
Okay, let's see here. Hmm. This is, I mean, hey guys, this is a little trivia. But is there anything that stands out to you that maybe you weren't expecting? Yeah, what is going on, John? What is going on, bro?
This is interesting, right?
Dude, how is Utah 10-3?
It's wild. Wild. They're playing good basketball.
I,
They're
I
catching people by surprise.
dude, I don't
I
care how
guess.
like what I I just don't understand this. I swear to you, like I've looked at a couple Utah games. I cannot
You can't see it, right?
understand why they are 10-3. I don't get it.
I think teams are not performing to their standards yet. I mean, look
Wouldn't
at
it be?
look at Golden State. Like they've lost a lot of games that I wouldn't be expecting them to lose this early on. And they're healthy. They're not injured. They're healthy. They just can't close out games for whatever reason this year. Same for the Los Angeles Lakers. They can't find a way to close out a game.
Yeah, the Lakers look bad, bro. The
It's
Lakers
weird.
look like an expansion team, man. They
It's
look
weird.
bad. Who else is over there? Houston is in and I don't understand. I don't understand Houston either. The only thing I could chalk Houston up to is being young, inexperienced, and having some chemistry issues over there. It looks like there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen, not a lot of chefs.
You know, they also struggle from the outside, from the perimeter. They can't shoot
Mhm.
the three really well, and the NBA is going to that right now. And I think that's also the Lakers' problem. They don't shoot the three at a high clip.
Mhm.
Um, so those teams who aren't shooting it well from the 3-point range are going to suffer. Um, and maybe that's where the trend is heading. That's why these teams are sort of down in the where they're at. But it's no excuse for Golden State. I don't see how that's even possible. That's not their problem.
I
Um,
think I think we may need to hopefully let's see how scheduling works, because if this is going to continue for a little bit, we got to see if we can get our guy back on, that does the jazz podcast, because this
right.
is weird. This is weird stuff. I would love to know what they're thinking out there in Jazzland.
Yeah,
This
and
is
I'm sure
crazy.
they're excited to win and get out of the, Wembenyama sweepstakes. I'm sure that's been the plan all along.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And here's the thing. I want to bring this up for another reason, because especially with regards to the Knicks, there's a lot of Knicks fans, guys, that are upset, and they're like, "You see, this is why we needed Donovan Mitchell. We
Mhm.
wouldn't be going through this. We could still be losing, but we wouldn't be losing like we're losing, and we'd have a much better product."
Right.
The flip side too is some people might say, especially if you're looking at Utah, this is why we didn't need Donovan. Look,
Mhm.
Donovan and freaking Gobert were holding us back. You get some talented guys in there who have a better chemistry,
Mhm.
and look at how they're playing. Now, I
Right.
don't think this is going to hold up, but that's the argument that could be made
Right.
early.
I mean, look at the guys who are leading the pack. Claxton, like he gets it. He goes and get it. He gets them to where they need to be. And Lauren Markkinen is a really good player. He's just a
Very
solid
talented.
player, So, and
Listen,
who's a young man over there that's also over there? Clarkson.
Sexton.
It's Sexton, Clarkson too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan Clarkson, right?
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, they're
And Jordan is a bucket getter. He just doesn't
fantastic.
never. He's never has a chance to really put up the volume because he's always behind other people. There
Right.
ain't nobody really over there that he's got to worry about. So he
Yeah,
can put up those shots.
exactly.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's like a team of those guys, the Sadiq Bays.
Hmm.
I forgot the kid from Portland who's always like wherever team he's been on, he lights it up, but he's never a star. He's just always on the bench. But if you put a
Hmm.
bunch of those guys on a team, not too many, because then you run into the same problem. But like say you had 5 retreads that were always putting up good numbers behind other people, and you make them starters and say,
Right.
hey, now you can go get buckets, you
Right.
could be surprised.
I mean, that's Toronto, isn't it? That
Good
is who
point.
Toronto is. They're guys who were
Mm,
sort of beneath someone else, and then they made room for the young kids like Van Vliet and Siakam to come in and be stars of their own. So
good point. Good point. So yeah, so the West, it's kind of it's really a little all over the place right now. The Clippers, I think, is a little surprising. They're 7-5 because they've dealt with a lot of injuries.
mhm.
Um, New Orleans, I think, is going to leave the pack eventually. I think they're starting to kind of, get some chemistry going over there, but I think they're not there yet. But I expect them to take off. San Antonio is really weird because they're 5-7, but they've lost 5 in a row. Like,
Mm,
I don't know. I don't understand it.
yeah. I think this it's super early, right? It's still very, very early. I
Very
think
early.
the trend will start to shift at some point. Um, that's why I always want to see what teams look like after 20 games, right?
Right.
Once you get into the 20 game area, then you could really, really see how teams are starting to be, how they starting to form,
Hmm.
and sort of what is these teams good at and what are they not so good at. And then after 30 games, you start to really see, like, they really start to realize who they are going to become, right? They really know, like, okay, this is what we're good at, and this is sort of where they're going to land. You can sort of figure it out from there. The only outliers are like teams like Boston that start out really poor and then they had a turnaround season, but you
Hmm.
don't normally get that often.
Right. Shout out to Vinny Vegas. Appreciate you. Definitely. I think this is the first time seeing you in our chat. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, and we
Eddie,
love boxing.
yeah, and John loves boxing,
I'm a
especially.
big boxing
I'm
guy.
not as big on it as I used to be because a lot of guys that came up watching are no
The
longer boxing.
Holyfields.
Yeah, well,
You've
yeah,
had
I would say the Holyfields, but I was in the Trinidad, like a lot of guys,
Dad
a
and
lot
all,
of the
yeah,
Roy
right.
Jones Juniors, a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
So yeah,
No, I still
um,
follow it. I still follow it closely. So,
yeah.
gonna be
John's got that boxing lineage. You know what I mean? Another life.
right.
Let me tell you. Um, King John, 1985 is in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for
Mhm.
being here. We just covered it, but the quick recap is we are all for SGA. We would like to have him
Yes,
on the
we do.
team. It might take a good amount of assets to get him, but we would like him here.
Yeah.
It's not he's not the savior.
Don't expect any trades to happen until before, like, of course, during trade deadline, we would expect some sort of movement to be had. We're not sure if OKC is going to be willing to part ways with him just yet. He is a systems guy right now. He plays well within that system. They got good talent around him, which is allowing him the space to do what he's doing right now. So yeah, SGA is definitely a bucket getter. He is on our radar. We do like him. Not bad at all.
Yeah, and the
Uh,
other thing is um shoot, the only way I think that you see an SGA trade like early, like this early or within the next month or so, because the trade deadline is not until what, February or
yeah.
late. Yeah. The only way that happens is if the Knicks blow them away. Like, we're going to give you
Oh yeah.
more than you need. Yeah. That's the only way it happens.
Yeah. For sure. What I wouldn't be mad at either, because at least we'll know we're going into a different direction and we're cleaning house or whatever. But we also have to have the assets that OKC is looking for, with whatever draft picks they're looking to add into the ridiculous amount that they already have. Right?
Right.
Don't they
Like,
have like
like
an abundance of draft picks already?
I think they do. Like,
Yeah, they got like 11 or something like that.
OKC had 19 first rounders coming into this year. They traded a couple. The Knicks got a one or two, and then we flipped into Detroit. Blah blah blah. I think they got like 14 or 15 left.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, that's
somewhere crazy.
ridiculous. And
Yeah.
now, I didn't even talk about the second rounders.
Yes, I mean, so now you look at what they have, and do they want some of our players? I don't know. For SGA, I don't know.
I don't
I don't see it.
I don't know what we could offer them that they would want. To be honest,
Right.
I don't
That's
know
where
what
I'm at.
anybody could offer OKC that they would want unless it's some young stud that they shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
Right. That's where I'm at with it too. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Shout out to Eddie F. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Smooth.
Real quick. I don't get to do this. I see my guy
I,
Vinny Vegas putting
I
up
know.
some
I knew
things
you.
there. You know what I'm saying? I got Benavides and I got Bud.
Okay. Benavides. I don't see. This never really happens. This has got to be the first time I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Benavides and
we
versus
have it.
Plant. I honestly don't. I
Yeah,
know
you
who
know, my opinion.
Bud and Spence are,
Right.
but yeah,
Right.
it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
Um,
And then I got Shakur in that other fight that's coming up.
Look at this. Look at
Uh-huh.
this. Look at
Uh-huh.
he's getting all hyped now. See what you did, Vinny Vegas. Oh, also Vinny Vegas. You know, how often do you see somebody do this? But that's who I am. I'm that guy. If you're also interested in a show that talks about Nick content as well as other things that get into music and boxing, check out For the Love of the Game with Hard Will and Worldwide L. Usually on Friday nights, so possibly tomorrow they will talk about different things. If there's a big fight coming up, they'll even talk about UFC stuff. They're really good at that.
Mixed
So
martial
check
arts.
them out. Yeah, yeah, they talk about a lot of stuff, man. So check them out. For the Love of the Game, the number 4 OUR, Love of the Game. Hard Will and Worldwide L. Appreciate them. So look at this. Smooth Will is in the building. Okay, he said,
Nice.
"What up?" Ex ball boy in the house. Okay, all right, Smooth Will. Who were you a ball boy for? Was it for the Knicks or some other team? Let us know. And thank you for being here.
Or was it for a Mets Yankees? Because
Oh yeah, it could be anything. It could be any. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Cameron Staten is in the building. He said, "What's good, fellas?" You mentioned Jordan Claxton, and he is in the mix of potential future Knicks. Look, the thing is, I don't know if he fits what we need. I will say he can go get his shot better than some of the guys we got on this team.
right.
This is gonna sound crazy. I know people are gonna hate this when I say this. I would take Jordan Claxton over Cam Reddish.
Jordan
Right.
and hold on, Jordan Clarkson.
I mean Clarkson. Sorry, why am I saying Claxton?
You're saying both of those guys.
I'm saying both. I put them
two.
together. You put both of them together. You got a special player right there.
I'll take both for one for sure.
Yeah,
That's
Jordan
easy.
Clarkson. Yes,
Yeah.
I would take Jordan Clarkson over Cam Reddish right now. And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Cam Reddish fans.
Yeah.
I know the defensive side, his length, it's very good, but offensively,
He hasn't shown
just
enough.
doesn't put it together. He's got it. He could be better than Clarkson, easy. He just doesn't show it. And Clarkson gets buckets. So
yeah, Clarkson gets buckets.
Anyway, Greenhouse. Yo, where you been, Greenhouse, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, brother. He said not only is he a good team leader, he's also 7 feet tall, can get any shot he wants. So it really helps his teammates as they try to remember to believe in him.
Who are we talking about?
Who are we talking about? Oh,
Wembanyama?
KD, maybe.
KD? Yeah, KD is he's he's a talent. He's a great talent, actually. He's gonna end up finishing his career as a top 5 to 10 player in this league.
Yeah.
To have ever done it, right? Like he's definitely up there.
Yeah. Agreed. Adele Chapman is in the building. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Ashley Inc. is in the building. What's good, Wiz? What's going on, brother?
Peace.
And Dwayne Dennis is here. Damian Palmer is here. What's good, y'all? Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, cool. Vinny Vegas said he subscribed to that podcast. See, I feel better. Like that was my good deed for the day.
Nice.
I did
nice.
And
if you haven't seen us, we're still Knick fans.
Yeah. Let me I got a text Hard Will Worldwide L. Another one. No. I'm just joking. But yeah, man, they definitely they talk about everything. I think you'll enjoy the content, and they're very passionate. Sometimes it can be like a real entertaining show over there. So all right. So guys, I think that's pretty much it in regards to the West Coast. Now let's get into these New York Knickerbockers, folks. Look, guys, I was telling John behind the scenes before we started the show, and I said this earlier on D's World of Hoops. Check him out as well. D's World of Hoops usually comes on for pre games and post games at 12 noon in the day. I wanted to turn the game off after the third quarter. I had seen enough. Okay. I was flipping. I was so like, you know how you so mad and you just can't do anything? You just got that face. Like, what am I watching? I was so mad. I was, this is the reason why I was so mad. I don't know if it's the same for you, John, if you had other reasons. Everything I heard, because you know how the media likes to play things up.
Right.
You know, they're talking to Brunson, they're talking to Hartenstein. Are you guys ready for the New York Knick Brooklyn Neck rivalry? This is going to be something, you know. I mean, this is a thing that's been brewing for years. Are you excited? Yeah, I can't wait. I've watched it in the past. Now I'm a part
They
of it,
got
and I
you
can't
hyped.
wait to get out there to watch what we saw yesterday. The product that they put out there. I mean, what? Oh, I was so disappointed, bro. I was so disappointed, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is this?
That's
I was like, you know
painful.
what? Because you know what happens? I love this Knick team. And you know, no matter who's on the team, like I don't care. I'm a root for the Knicks. I've watched all the Cle Anthony early days. I've watched all that stuff. I love the team. But I really wanted to say, Wiles, why you guys stink. But I didn't know. But listen, I don't want
You
you
were
guys to think
saying
like
it
that.
though
I was
at
I was
home.
I was thinking
You
it. I
suck.
was but I know it's just one game, guys. It's
Yeah,
early. It's
okay.
just a really bad game to watch.
It's a
I
bad
can't
look.
believe it. Can't believe it. Imagine that, John. Could you
I'm just
imagine that?
glad. I was this close to trying to find tickets to go to the game because those of you who don't know, I travel into the city to work and I work near the Barclays, right? And so I was like, yo, I'm gonna go and catch me this real quick, just if I could be there. And then I was like, you know what? Something during that time was like, nah, that's not gonna be a good look.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right. It was not a good look. That little person in me was like, nah, they just might stink it up. And there was something about the way in which the media has been sort of around the Nets recently. And then it was like the Knicks are going to see them. And then I was like, even though I picked the Knicks to win, right, when we did our show, something about that day felt weird. It was like, nah, I don't know if they're gonna, it looks like the Nets have a purpose to win because they knew that it was gonna be all eyes on this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then they announced Jack Vaughn as being the head coach, so it was like even more emphasis on how hard they're gonna play for him. So it was everything was aligned for them to play well and us not to. So I had a little gut feeling. I decided not to go to the game. I watched it, instead. And by they won from the jump, right? They went up. They went up early. My biggest my biggest the my biggest disappointment in this team wasn't on the particular players because I think they all played. They didn't play up to par. They didn't play well.
Mm-hmm.
But it started with Tibbs for me. Why are you worried about Kevin Durant scoring 40 or 50 on you? Let him beat us. Stop doubling every time. Like, what was the purpose of doubling Kevin Durant to get everyone else hot? It made no sense. I would have kept Cam in front of him, allow him
Mm-hmm.
to play Cam, whether he hit or he missed. Don't double. Let the ball trap. Like, don't let everyone else beat you. Don't let everyone else beat you. Allow for Kevin Durant to go off. Who cares? He's gonna do it anyway. He's still gonna score 20 plus points. That's what he does. But when you allow him to get going and allowing him to dictate to you offensively what he could do with the ball, he was getting other players involved, getting them open shots. The kid Sumner had a career game, a career shooting night off of double teams. Jalen Brunson, how many times Jalen Brunson had to go and cover to trap and then run out on a guy who was hit the first 2-3 shots. It's like, what are you doing? It makes no sense. I mean, Tibbs, come on. That's your loss. That is his loss because offensively, you're up against the wall. We're never going to shoot it like we shot it like against the Timberwolves. And then the length and size of the New York, the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, no, I got to call them the Brooklyn Nets now. I can't even play around and call them New Jersey because they play like they're really representing New York. I'm pissed off.
For real. For real, man. But yeah, their length just like distracted us all night. Like every time we went to the basket, they had 2 or 3 defenders in clogging the middle with some height. You know what I mean? Stopping us from penetrating and getting the ball up in the air. Because we could have hit an outside shot to save our life. A lot of
you ain't lying.
Singular playing, like everyone dribbling, trying to do their own thing. No one sharing the ball. And if you're trying to share the ball, you're doing it at the wrong time. The IQ was very low in yesterday's game. I mean, all across. You talk about every single player. None of them had anything going for them yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
No one. It was bad. It was bad.
You know how bad it is? I'm going to show you how bad it is right here. If you look at what the Knicks have been trying to do all season, to start this season, they've been trying to do it all season. And we look at this game. Look at these numbers, folks. Points, obviously, we know the Knicks lost that answer. Rebounds, 55-46, Brooklyn. Assists, 30-21, Brooklyn. Steals, 11-5, Brooklyn. Blocks, 5-4, Brooklyn. Turnovers, they won that by 1. Knicks got more turnovers by 1. Field goal percentage, 48-32.
By the way.
Yeah, you want to lose the turnovers. But look at the field goal percentage. They shot 32% from the field.
Oof. Horrible.
Look at the 3-point percentage, 41% for Brook. Now, that's another. Okay, hold on. 41-27, right? Free throw percentage was bad for both teams, but Brooklyn, I guess, is more passable, but they didn't shoot good either. Right. But look at what's going on with everybody that plays the Knicks, even teams that don't even shoot the rock that well. Now, Brooklyn is not a bad 3-point shooting team. I'm not gonna. They got some guys over there who can light it up. So yeah, that's fine. But every time the Knicks play a team, it's like the other team is doing well from the perimeter. Mm-hmm. Knicks defense has been bad. Points in the paint. Now this is when the way the Knicks are playing right now, their game plan, 40-30. They only had 30 points in the paint, and they're not hitting from the 3. Oh, you're losing. That's without a doubt you're losing.
But the length that Brooklyn put in front of them was key because it was almost like they were like, let Julius shoot, let RJ shoot. F it. Let Cam and Jalen shoot as well. Until they can make a couple, we're not going to step up. So we'll clog the hole. We'll clog the middle. Make sure that everybody gets back. Sometimes you had 2 or 3 people down in the block and you have one of our players trying to score on all 3 guys. It's like, what are y'all doing?
Very true.
Crazy.
And so second chance points, Brooklyn won that. 21-11. Fast break points, Brooklyn won that 16-10. They basically basically won every single category. Shoot, I just had something I was thinking of. And they led the whole game from start to finish.
Start to finish.
I mean, I don't know what you can say, guys. This is, when you play like this, it's not good. And this is supposed to be a rivalry game. Are you kidding me? Like, this is a regular game. I'm like, damn, what is going on? But a rivalry game? Come on, bro. This is laughable. It's ridiculous to me. I can't even believe it. The Patrick Ewing Knicks, the 90s Knicks will be turning over. And they're not dead. I'm just saying. But they would be turning over watching this game like, oh, no.
I think they all tuned out after the second quarter. During the half, most of those legacy players tuned out. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
man.
It was crazy.
Horrible, 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 bro.
But
I
I
like
mean,
you.
to what Sergeant 59 is saying, yeah, everyone was trying to get theirs, which makes no sense because nobody had it going. It's like, yo, none of them have it going, but y'all still trying to put up your own shot. What the hell's going on?
Wiz, you we were tied at
We got a
0.
zero. Facts.
Nice. Real King in the building. Salute. Appreciate you. Uh I just saw somebody. Jay Boogie, what's good? Appreciate you, my guy. He says,
Salute.
shout out to the chat. Blessings, health, and happiness. I need it. I need it right now, Jay Boogie. That's why I had to read this because I'm not feeling too good right now with what I saw yesterday. He said, thank you again, Ron and John. We still Nick fans. Queens in the building, 1159 Nas album. Jay, don't try to sneak this. He got one in the chamber. Yo, listen, I'm a little mad, man. Jay's got to represent because Nas is coming out like if he a new artist, yo.
He's dropping albums.
He's
man.
dropping crazy smoke lately. It's nuts.
And it's like he never left.
Salute to him, man. Salute to him.
Applaud him. Gotta applaud him.
He's almost got so many tracks that if he performs somewhere, I'd be like, what? What's that?
Yeah.
I don't know this one.
You know what's great though is that we're coming up on the 50th anniversary of hip hop, right? So 2023 is going to be a big year. August 2023, right? So expect some big things. I know I'll be working on some stuff. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other folks out there working on some stuff. So it's going to be a great time. So definitely tune in. But no better time than now for our sort of hip hop moguls to come out, reappear, come out with some fire, be trending right before the 50th anniversary. So then they're notable again because ain't nothing going to take away the pen, right? So they still have it.
So there you go, Jay Boogie. Listen, if the bug wasn't already in your ear, I know you're working on some things, and you got Nick joints that you dropping. I know you're dropping your own mixtape, which are real raps about life and everything. Listen, maybe you can put one in the chamber right now. Start working on the 50th anniversary of hip hop joint. See if you got some fire that you want to come out with. Just keep that in the tuck. So when it drops, you right there with everybody else because you great at that stuff, Jay Boogie. And if you guys who are new don't and may not be familiar with Jay Boogie is he's not just the voice of the Nick culture and a big part of our community. He's also a hip hop wordsman who drops a lot of Nick fire for us, and he's going to even be dropping some regular fire too. We haven't heard a lot of regular Jay Boogie. We're going to hear some of that too. So definitely salute to you, Jay Boogie, and check him out, man.
And shout out to all of y'all out there who doing music and in that side of it. You know what I mean?
Cully's another one.
In the building.
Cully is another one. Yeah. Salute to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all. And Cully and Jay Boogie on a song together that I'm looking forward to playing very soon because we're getting in the holiday times. You got that Christmas joint is coming back. I'm ready.
And yo, Cully, you from NY, man. You gotta hit me up, man. We gotta connect. If you still in NY, you gotta hit me up.
Facts. Also, I wanted to get back to this because he did put it in the chat. Smooth Will said, I was a ball boy for the Knicks in the early 80s when Bill Cartwright, Ray Williams, Michael Ray Richardson, trainer Mike Saunders. Wow. I was hired by Paul Munich and Mike Saunders. Nice. Wow. Okay, dope. Nice to have you here, Smooth Will. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Nick. That's a true still Nick fan.
That's a fact. Yeah, guys. Definitely. If you and I know some of y'all listen. This is the NBA report on NBK, and we are still Knicks fans, Ron and John, and my guy Jose. So if you're not familiar with us, maybe you're not. Maybe this is your first time coming in. You're supporting NBK, and then you're like, oh, who are these guys? We also have our own channel called Still Knicks Fans. We've got a weekly show on Monday nights at 9 p.m. And we also have another show on Saturday, 11 a.m. called Know the Ledge, where that gives you guys a chance. Like if you're in the chat and you want to come on and chop it up with us on the panel, you're definitely welcome to. So yeah, man, definitely check us out as well, man. We appreciate all the support. And thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. That's what it's all about, man. Yeah.
That's a fact.
I'll put the link in the chat to our channel just so you guys can have it. So, you're aware of what we got going on too, because we are about it too, man. We about it. Uh, Let me remove this. Okay, guys. So listen, before we get out of here, I just want to say, look, I'm upset. I'm mad about the Knicks, right? But I'm not turning my back on them. It's still very early. We're talking like only 11 games. The Knicks can turn this season around, and you know, guys can start playing better. We
Right.
might even be able to acquire a couple pieces that might help solidify the roster and make it turn a different, route. Sometimes one or two pieces can make a big difference on a team. And other people buy into a different mentality. You never know. However, I do think, and I'm saying this now, I know it's early. I think Tom Thibodeau is not going to be the coach for this whole season.
You read my mind, bro. Like that loss yesterday, you can't keep having those. You
Mm,
can't keep having those because if you keep having those type of losses, it's no longer about the players, right? And
true.
you can't start losing the locker room after that. Now that starts you start to talk about, hey, what are you doing as a coach in order to get your team prepared for these games? And is what you're scheming for playing against a Kevin Durant by trapping him and it doesn't work and you're not making in-game adjustments, not the first quarter when he killed you, not the second quarter when they killed you, not the third quarter, on and on. It's like you can't keep saying, you know, we all trying to play one-on-one basketball and we're not getting back to our man defensively. You know what? That's because they already know what your scheme is. That's why it's working. Change it up. Yeah, he lost that one for me yesterday, and he may be replaceable at this point. I mean, who's going to replace him? Who knows? I'll take a Atkinson. I'll pull him from paying. He's probably an assistant coach right now. But at this point, you can't lose games like that because I know you came in to help build the culture, but what you're building a culture of losing now at this point, that's not really a culture that we want as Knicks fans. Um, and we want our players to succeed, and we may not have the talent that other teams have, but we damn sure could scheme a little better than he did yesterday. Like the the amount of trapping that went on, I was losing my mind. I'm glad I didn't go to that game. I'm glad I chose not to.
Well, I'm happy for you, brother. You don't need that oxygen in your life, bro. You need
For
you
real.
need to be stress free. You don't need
Because I would have been Nick geared up and everything, right? I would have been in the
that.
building, supported, and then I would have had
Ooh-wee.
to walk out with the brown paper bag. Like,
Oh man,
you know
they
what I
would have
mean?
let you have it, bro.
Oh,
Walking
talk
out.
about it.
Oh
And
man,
because I'm right there, a couple of my fellow colleagues would have been in the building with me, but
you don't need that.
I
You
don't
don't
need
need that.
that. I don't need that. Nah.
Um, I would say, and shout out to For the Love of the Game. I see you in the building. Hard Will
Peace.
Worldwide. I don't know which one of you. I think that's Hard Will. Could be either one of you guys. But hey, man, we got you a subscriber tonight, so you're welcome. Check
Yeah.
him out. Look for him, Vinny Vegas. He's a boxing guy, so yeah, definitely stay tuned for him. Um, So yeah, where was I looking at? E. Gibson. Yeah. So E. Gibson said it is not entirely on Tibbs. The product on the floor right now is is not good though, and I see him being the fall guy, especially if the wheels fall off. Well, listen. Here's the thing, E. Gibson. You're right. It's not entirely on Tibbs. Last night's game, a
It
lot
was
of
a
Tibbs, a
lot of
lot
tips.
of Tibbs. So, but yeah, there's been games where Tibbs might be telling them exactly what to do. And he might be trying to pull his hair out because they're not doing what he's asking them to do for whatever reason. As I said before, a lot of these guys are the same guys that were with the Knicks last year, the same
Yeah.
unit that were playing good defense. And this year they're not. So it's not all on Tibbs.
Mm-hmm.
But when it here's the thing. This is that old adage, right? That old thing. When you got a team of players, right, and they have been with the team for a little while, They know the system, and you got the same coach. Usually the person who's got to go is the coach. That's how it always is, because the players used to play a certain way under the coach, and now they're not.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. And I'm not saying he's lost the locker room or anything, but something's going on. Something's
Right.
not right. This is not a Thibodeau team, a defensive-minded coach, and they're not playing defense.
Yeah. But then look at, I mean, yesterday's game is a testament to why you need to have in-game adjustments. Legit. Anyone watching, anyone at the game would have seen that. They would have looked at that and said, why the hell are we doubling Durant? For what purpose? To make him score under 20? Because that's going to help us win the game? That ain't going to help you win the game. You have to stop everybody else. They had no one else of that caliber of talent. Let him go off for 60. I don't give a shit. Excuse my language. I don't care. Let him go.
You see that, guys?
Everybody else can't.
You know he's mad. You know he's mad.
Like everyone else shouldn't be beating you, man. Like it's crazy. It's too much.
It's crazy. It is crazy. You're right. Facts. No, this is hard will. I can tell by the way he talks. The way he writes is the way he talks. He said, "How we give him credit for a defensive coach, and he don't have no adjustment on defense or offense." 100%. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Right now, I'm like, look, Tibbs is. Look, I don't know. I don't think there's anybody who doesn't agree with that. I think pretty much 90% of the fan base understands that maybe Tibbs got to go at this point. Yeah. I think so. And I hate to say that, but
he's had enough time. He's had enough time to figure it out.
Yeah, because you gotta, no matter what the Knicks are trying to do, there's certain elements of your structure, your infrastructure as a team that have to stay in place. Like the Knicks have to be good on defense. They got to be somewhat good. You can't, maybe they're not the best, but they got to be top 15, top 20 at least. But top 15 is where they've always, last year they were 12. You can't be, I don't know, what are they, 19 now or something like that? I don't know what they are now. It's bad. From the perimeter, forget it. I don't even want to look at those numbers. Horrible.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Good. It's not good.
Shout out to Jay Boogie. Thank you for the generous super chat. Appreciate you. He says, breaking news, I already got an NBA song for the anniversary already. See, my guy Jay Boogie be on it, B. He said, and John, I will be hollering at you and your peeps. We about to do the Christmas video, me, Cully, and Papa Left. Oh, that's dope.
What's up? That's what's up.
Yeah. I like that. That song is fire, and to do a video for it would be even better.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right. Looking forward to it, bro. I'm ready. Hold on. We got a little special love here in the chat. Got to get rid of that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that stuff that you don't need to see. Although some people, it might be a breath of fresh air because watching these Knicks, man, I'm like, oh, we need something different. Take our mind off what we got going on here. Let me get this special love up out of here. Yeah, you guys don't be looking at that special love. It's not good. It's not good. Okay. Hopefully I got it all. Yeah, JJ said, watch your language, John.
Facts.
I was like, yo, see how the Knicks see how the Knicks get him? Not good, man. Knicks got him hype. Remove.
I meant darn it. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what I heard. King Poppy's in the building. Salute. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Kerry Cox is here. Good to see you.
Appreciate you.
Building Blocks is in the building. Salute. All right, guys. I mean, unfortunately, our show is coming to an end. The Thursday show is a little abbreviated. We got stuff to do. Thursday is a little crazy for us, but we want to give you a little something just to hold you over until the next time you see Still Nick fans in the building. Hopefully you guys appreciate it. Keep tuning in and showing your love. And definitely go support our Still Nick fans channel if you haven't already. If you're new to this, we appreciate you guys, man. This is all about, just being able to talk about, some of the teams around the NBA and then kind of bringing it back to the Knicks because obviously, this is nothing but Knicks with a little bit of the NBA.
Right. Just a sprinkle.
You know what I mean? Just so we know kind of what's going on. And also, so, you can kind of know how this might affect the Knicks. going forward with some of these teams, especially in the East. And the Knicks got some stuff they got to work through, man, because pretty soon we're going to be like, damn, look at the Knicks record. It can happen
It
fast,
can
bro.
happen quick.
Yeah,
We got
that's
to get
why
it together, man.
here's a question, John. You think that they should get rid of him at the 20 game point? If our record, if we keep playing the same type of basketball that we're playing, or should we, or
Well,
should they wait?
I'm going to be completely honest. You're talking about last game? I would say yes. We've won 5 games. We've won 5 games so far, right? So we've played well against certain teams.
Mm-hmm.
Have we played good defense? Absolutely not. So if 20 games gives us any indication of where we're going to go, and it's really glaring that we're going in a downward trajectory, I'm saying let's move. Let's move on. Move on like a band-aid. Pull that quick. Grab somebody in here who's going to shape the young talent that we have. If there's any talent that will rise to the top, allow that to happen. Because right now, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it from Cam. I'm not seeing it from Quick. I'm not seeing it from RJ. The only person right now who I would look at as a potential rising star is going to be Obi Toppin.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only one. And even that is limited because he ain't got the handle that I expect to have on a player that's going to be able to be that number one guy.
That's why you got to build your roster the right way with certain
Facts.
guys. If you move on from Julius and Obi's the guy, then put some defensive guys around Obi so he doesn't look as bad and he can kind of fall in line with those guys. But we got to change our culture here. It's not looking good. Not looking good. For the love of the game, said that he's so outdated like spoiled milk. Talking about Tibbs.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. My bad.
100%. No, but like a kid like Cam has all the tools, right? He just doesn't have that center. He doesn't center himself in a lot of the way he moves with the ball. You have to have a good base in front of you when you're going to the basket. A lot of it is sort of he's almost falling in his movements. He's like, he doesn't have himself in the right position to make a good attack at the basket, right? You got to get your feet under you in order for you to explode to the basket. He's not getting that. And it may be some of his Euro step moves that are not particularly that strong. He has the talent though, because he got the handle, he got that, he's got that mix, but you got to have a strong base. You got to be able to attack the basket stronger. You got to get, a little bit more strength going to the basket, and you got to know how to finish. Man, you can't just be throwing them up expecting a foul call. You just can't do that.
And dude, you know what? Here's the funny thing. All year, up until the last 3 games or so, I've been praising Cam for his finishing and how good he is, making adjustments midair and all. He's looked terrible lately.
He's not doing it.
He looks terrible. And that's how you know the team is in a bad way. When guys who are known for doing stuff that you're praising them for, and now they're not even doing that right. Like he's going up on dudes and looking like RJ. And RJ's got to stop, bro. RJ has got to stop. The guy's going in the lane against 3 dudes that are taller than him. He's not lifting above them. He's going up weak. It's like, he's got to stop.
And he's not seeing the floor. The worst part of that is that you have to have an eye. You have to have your eyes everywhere. Your head should be on a swivel when you're attacking. You shouldn't just be like eyes at the prize all the time. There are moments that you have to be able to look and scan the floor and see who you have. It's crazy.
Tunnel vision, bro. Dude's got blinders on. It's crazy. Yeah. You're right. Shout out to Knicks Kickback. He said, "What's good, Knicks fam? New on the scene, but I'm right there with you. Tips won't see the end of the season with the Knicks. Lack of adjustments and accountability. One love. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Salute to you.
Much respect. That's a great take. Yep.
100%. And hold on. There was one thing. I just had it before we get out of here.
I see Smooth Will saying we need a Mark Jackson or Ime Udoka. I'm with that too.
Listen, I don't know, man. Udoka might Udoka's got like the league got him on notice. Apparently, he did some stuff over there. So I don't know about Udoka.
Listen, whatever.
He's like Transformers more than meets the eye over there. You got to watch that guy.
Listen, if you can't hold on to your woman way, well, that's on you.
I mean, come on, man. He had Nia Long, bro.
He's
I
a
can't.
playboy.
Yeah. Smooth Will said the Knicks had the Nets where they wanted them, coach problems, player problems, and they in there. You would think they had those problems. Peace and prosperity until next time. Thank you for acknowledging me. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Jay Boogie said I missed it. Super chatted it. Okay, I guess that was a super chat, or maybe I missed it. Thank you, man. All right, guys. Well, before we get out of here, let me show you guys this. For those, being that there's a lot of new people that may have come through today, so you know who we are, what we about. Go check us out. That's right. Still Knicks fans on YouTube. Check us out. If y'all haven't checked us out, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, either on Still Knicks fans or here on MBK for the NBA report. Any final words, John?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our little mascot, little Walter.
Yeah, man. Walter's in the building, man. Love Walter.
Yeah, last but not least, man, shout outs to everybody in the chat. Appreciate the love and much respect to all of you out there. Please be safe out there. Much respect and looking forward to the next one. God bless.
There you go. Shout out to my guy Jose. He's on a little mini vacay right now. I know I've been saying that a lot, but things have been real busy for both John and Jose with their regular jobs and just real life stuff. So we're getting back to full strength though. It's coming, guys. It's coming. So appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. Thank you for tuning in. And hopefully the Knicks turn it around and have some. We just want to see good basketball. That's it. Not too much to ask. Just see some good basketball. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. But thank you. We'll catch you on the next one. You guys have a good rest of your night. And I don't know. Just hope for the best with this Knicks team, guys. And for the guys who tuned in to watch, what we had to say about their teams around the league. Hey, man. Keep doing what y'all doing because y'all all pretty much doing better than our Knicks right now. Kill me. Anyway, all right, y'all.
All right.
Take care.
Peace.
Run that.